In February, cyber thieves stole $81 million from the Bangladesh bank's account.
Hackers had designed a plan so perfect that the world's most advanced security systems couldn't stop them. For an entire year, invisible malware scouted a national bank's network, mapping every transaction and monitoring every employee's move. They utilized three different time zones and national holidays as their shield, creating a window for a $1 billion heist. But after all that meticulous planning, a mistake a second grader wouldn't make ruined everything. One simple spelling error turned a $1 billion dream into a digital disaster. In January 2015, a phishing email arrived at the Central Bank of Bangladesh. It looked like a job application with a CV attached. When three employees opened it, they didn't just open a file, they opened a backdoor for the most sophisticated bank robbery in history. This wasn't just a virus, it was a three-part operation designed to spy, encrypt, and record everything before the final strike. By early 2016, the hackers knew more about the Bangladesh bank than its own staff. They discovered that the bank's massive foreign currency reserves were kept in an account at the Federal Reserve Bank of New York. To move that money, they needed access to SWIFT, the most secure international bank transfer system in the world. SWIFT is essentially the WhatsApp for national banks, handling billions of dollars in daily transactions. The hackers realized they didn't need to hack the SWIFT itself. They just needed to control the computers used by bank employees to authorize transfers. For months, they watched and waited, learning exactly how to impersonate authorized personnel. They studied old transaction records to ensure their fake requests looked identical to routine daily business, ensuring that when the moment came, no alarms would be triggered by the systems in New York. The heist began on Thursday night, February 4, 2016. The timing was a masterstroke. In Bangladesh, Thursday night marks the end of the weekend, meaning no one would be in the office to notice suspicious activity on Friday. While Bangladesh slept, it was Friday morning in the New York, and Federal Reserve employees were processing transfers as usual. The hackers sent 35 different transfer requests, totaling about $951 million. The hackers also planned for the following Monday to be a public holiday in the Philippines, the final destination for most of the stolen funds. This created a 4-day window where the money could move across the world while banks remained closed. However, during the process, they sent a $20 million request to an account in Sri Lanka. In the recipient field, they typed Shalika Foundation instead of Foundation. The missing O was flagged by a routing bank in Germany, causing the Federal Reserve to pause the remaining 850 million in transfers. Even though the spelling mistake saved most of the money, $81 million had already reached the Philippines. By the time Bangladesh officials realized what had happened on Saturday morning, the digital trail led to a branch of the Rizal Commercial Banking Corporation (RCBC) in Manila. Despite urgent stop payment messages sent from Bangladesh, the funds were withdrawn on Tuesday morning, allegedly because the local bank manager ignored the alerts. The money was then funneled to Manila's massive casinos, where it was converted into gambling chips and effectively laundered. From there, the trail went cold in Hong Kong. Today, 10 years later, the hackers have never been identified, and most of the $81 million remains missing. The bank manager involved was eventually sentenced to decades in prison for money laundering, but the masterminds walked away with a fortune. The Bangladesh bank heist is a perfect example of administrative overconfidence. A simple laserjet printer in the office was supposed to print every transaction record as a backup, but the hackers disabled it to print only blank pages. When employees saw the blank sheets, they assumed it was a technical glitch rather than a billion-dollar theft. The true realization is far more sobering. In an era of multi-billion-dollar cyber warfare, the difference between a nation's survival and its total financial collapse can be as small as single letter in a single word. If a nation's entire reserve can be targeted through a single CV, how safe is the money in your own bank account? Let me know in the comments below.